Inspiration
Mm.
is when you're saying something to somebody and they get a feeling of, wow, that is so cool. Motivation is, wow, that is so cool. I also want to do that. And there's some, that inspiration turns into some drive to move and have some forward momentum to do that thing. And then there's empowerment, where someone's inspired in the audience, they're feeling motivated, they want to do the thing as well. They're not just feeling that sense of energy that is ephemeral, but not necessarily connected or attached to any movement or goal or intention. The empowerment part is then, okay, now I have some idea of how I might go and do that. And I think
Yeah.
when you look at that from a teaching, coaching, speaking perspective, you can inspire somebody and that still creates energy in them. They might not necessarily know what to do with it. And then the inspiration finishes, they go home, they go back to their lives, and that's it. The motivation might get them a little bit more activated to go and figure out how to do something, but they might not have the tools. And then if they go back home and they're stuck in their own ecosystem and ecology and don't have necessarily the connections or education to figure out how to act on that motivation, the motivation dies. Eventually the inspiration will die and they'll go back to the starting board. But if you give them empowerment or education, actually tell them how to act on the motivation and inspiration, then you're
Mm.
taking them much further. But you can't always do that in a 40-minute keynote. So the model I was taught along the way, and that shaped up into this 3-stage thing, is that sometimes inspiration is enough, and the people that are innately motivated in the audience will reach out to you for motivation. Sometimes inspiration and motivation enough, and the people that are motivated enough will reach out to you for the education or empowerment. But I guess it's our responsibility in the roles that, the kind of work that you and I do, to make sure that we're giving people an opportunity to go from one stage to the next. If they are feeling inspired, how do we then make that inspiration also motivating and then empower people to do something with that motivation?